Alright. Well, this is gonna be kind of a test stream. So, yeah, I've been gone for a while. I think I'm one of the few numbskulls who's owned a Wii U since it came out, and did not realize that the Virtual Console itself had DS games on it, which is kind of good for me because I don't have a modded DS or 3DS to play them. So I think today I'm going to check out Mario Kart DS. Which I even made a fancy little frame for it, which took most of yesterday. Yeah. There we go. Alright. So I'm just gonna play through the game, I guess. I will say, compared to games like Red Dead Redemption 2 or even Spyro, this game is extremely loud for some reason. So I've had to adjust the audio to be a lot quieter. That's another thing I'm not a fan of with the Wii U version of this, is hitting the Z, R, and L buttons. That gets quite annoying. DK, get out of here. Alright, what do you... Ah! I missed it! Aside from that, this is a test stream, as I said, mainly because my PC is now in a different place. It's now in my office. Ah, shit. Who threw that? So now, my main concern is I'm using a Wi-Fi adapter for this thing because the internet in this room is not great by itself. More or less is as bad as I couldn't get anything. God damn with these blue shells. It's only 50 cc, what's going on? Ah, shit. Yeah, AI's being a bit, there's a Wario. Where is it? It's gonna hit me in a second. Why are there so many blue shells? Oh, Yoshi's got lightning. Peach, this is the 4th blue shell. Use it, use it. If I see another goddamn blue shell. Wario! Oh my... 5. And DK's got a red shell. Holy shit, the AI is being so mean. That was race 1. 2 red shells and 5 blue shells. What the hell? Aside from that, so yeah, my PC's now in this other room. It's my office. One big pro to being in here, though, is that I've always had a 40-inch TV and I can actually finally use it. Because every other stream that I've done in the past, or anything, was done on a 20-inch little tiny Insignia thing. So now I can... And I've never really brought it up, I don't think, but the Shut up, DK. The frame around the screen was a little bit too large for the screen itself. So if you... And I noticed it during editing of the VOD. When I was in Armadillo in Red Dead, next to the fast travel sign, I could not literally see that fast travel icon in the bottom right corner because it was hidden behind the television screen itself. Like the frame for the TV. So this is my original TV I'm playing on, twice the size, and I can actually see everything. Ah. So finally, I could play stuff in a more preferred way. The only annoyance with that is that I have to use my office chair to roll over to the PC to do anything on Twitch, if necessary. I do have to say though, I've only been playing this version for like a day, just to test it out, and I think I've only done this cup. And even then I wouldn't beat it, so because I wanted to do all this on stream. This is a very good port of it, from what I can tell. Very bright colors. The graphics are almost identical, it's just enlarged from the DS. And if you're wondering about like the spacing of the screens on Twitch, right now what I'm seeing, let me show. This is literally what I see on my TV at the moment. So it's just what the Wii U has as the optimal way to view the game in a streaming way that I can see it. So I just made the little frame around it to make it not just a black void. And personally, I don't think I went over the top with it. It does its job. And if I do have 2 other DS games on the Wii U now as well. I got Animal Crossing Wild World and Kirby Squeak Squad, which I would love to eventually do as streams. The thing about the Animal Crossing one, though, is that if I started it, it would probably go on for like half a year, and the streams themselves would not be that long. They'd be like, what's the best way to put it? I'm not sure, really, because I've never streamed Animal Crossing, honestly, but, like, Wild World and Mario Kart DS were the games I originally got with the DS when it came out. Well, when I got it in 2006. I got the big blue one. It came in a bundle package with Mario Kart. Boo. Ah! Took my banana. It came in a bundle pack together with Mario Kart DS. And then I got Wild World soon after as a physical copy. But they were my first 2 DS games. And Pokemon Pearl version, I think, was the first... that was the first game that I ever pre-ordered. Back in 2006 and got in 2007 at Best Buy. I remember that. Anyway, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, yeah. So eventually I will get to streaming those, and maybe other DS games, I'm not sure. And for those who have been watching the other previous stuff I've done, like Red Dead and Spyro, you're probably wondering where Link's Awakening is, which I had said last stream that I was kind of wrapping everything up to prep for. As of this moment, I don't think I'm actually going to stream it. I have it. I got the Dreamer Edition. And I'm not impressed, honestly. And I'm a pretty big Zelda fan, but this port is not that great. It's good. It's most certainly great in a Zelda sense. It's not a bad game by any means. certainly no Triforce Heroes or anything. But in terms of... in terms of me actually wanting to play it, it is not really present for the stream. That is something I'm probably gonna just do off stream. That's kind of why I'm playing this, is that this is something I actually do want to play in stream. Whereas Link's Awakening, I played it, I actually glitched the shit out of it accidentally. So, in Maybe Village, when you start up the game, there's a big batch of grass and plants off to the right of the town. It's the area next, directly to the right of Marin's house. Decay. Turns out you can... So you can cut the plants if you do that, and then there's a house directly above it. And I shared this on Discord with other people and such, and it's just weird. But you cut all the plants, and then you go to the house that's right above the plants. You just walk around the house, and the plants respawn. Tree. And I thought that was odd in and of itself, just because you're, like, a few feet away from the plants, and then it all just respawns immediately. To me, that was kind of a big rupee exploit for you to rupee farm there. But then I got the dumb genius idea of, what if I throw the chickens and get the foxes into the cut open area, and then have the plants respawn while they're in there? Turns out there's some interesting effects. So the chickens will start flying in the air, which apparently they're not supposed to do, and the foxes will just sit up there levitating. If you cut the plants away and such, they'll fall down, yeah, but it's just funny to see the animals flying when they're not supposed to. So that's a bit of a small glitch. Shit. Anything else with that? Oh, while I was doing that, at one instance I put 4 chickens in the bushes, and 2 of them collided together, I guess in the same square in the game, and one of them yeeted up into the sky into existence, and I never saw him again. So, yeah, it can get buggy if you try hard enough. Good job, Grizzo. Maybe you should, I know Nintendo puts a lot of trust in Grizzo, especially for ports, but maybe have them stick to ports and keep making things like 3DS Street Pass games and such, like they did with the Flower Shop game. The one thing I've only noted of any merit with Grizzo, aside from their porting abilities, is that they do plants very well. I don't know what the deal is with that, but they have a weird tendency to make games that have a lot of greenery in them. Legend of Zelda Minish Cap, Ocarina of Time. I believe they did Majora's Mask as well. 3D. They did the Flower Shop. I forget what it is actually called, the Flower Garden game or whatever, for the 3DS Street Pass. They did that as well, and that honestly has, as weird as it is, that is some of the better 3D graphics I've seen on the 3DS. As small a game as it is, I was addicted to that for like a year when it came out. Maybe have them keep doing things like that instead of full-on games? DK was a bitch in this one for some reason. That sucked. Eh, 2 stars. That's good enough by me.
Here we go.
Desert Hills. So yeah, I'll just end that topic with I'm a little disappointed in the Link's Awakening remake. Not in the presentation. I think it looks great graphically. That's the thing. I'm annoyed at the performance. And I'm comparing this to a lot of other Wii. I'm comparing this even trying to stepping over words again. I'm trying to compare it to Wii U games, as weird as that is, not necessarily even Switch games. And it still doesn't even make any sense if this thing were put on the Wii U in terms of performance. Hell, from what I've seen, it looks more like a 3DS game, and this is just my honest opinion. It looks like a 3DS game that they shoved on the Switch for some reason. It's unoptimized. They're as nice as the plants look in the game from Grizzo. This one, there's a lot of jaggies around the plants, making it look almost 3DS-ish. I'm wondering if they honestly just took the engine from Link Between Worlds and used it for this. Because as nice graphically as it does actually look, there's a very limited depth of view for the field. Field of depth, I think it is. Yeah, field of depth. Field of view, FOV. Yes, there it is. Got it right now. And I'm not one for caring much about motion blur or anything, but when you have blur in a fisheye lens-esque way around the background, it just gets annoying. And if they're trying to go for like aestheticism of having it kind of dreamy looking and kind of vague because of the setting that the game takes place in, it's not worth it. It just really isn't. I'm not even gonna really... No, fine, I'll go into it since I already brought it up. I don't understand how the game's having performance issues either. I really don't understand it. I don't know if it's just on their end of not optimizing the game correctly for the hardware, or if they develop something within the overworld that just eats up way too much of the CPU. It's just ridiculous how... It doesn't chug all the time, but when it does, it's extremely noticeable and very annoying because of how simple the game is and what hardware it's on. They just did not optimize this thing properly, and I don't get why. If it was time constraints or what, but they've had... When did they announce this thing? They announced it back in early March. I'm not sure if it was just like a constrained deadline by Nintendo or what. But just the performance issues in general are why I'm not streaming it, is that it makes me frustrated. It's something I'll play on my own and get my own feel for off stream, but I don't really care for streaming it after what I've seen. Alright, let me get back to focusing on this, because I've been spacing out on topics for like the past 10 minutes. This is one of my favorite levels here. Oh, Luigi got screwed there. Ah, you lucky. Got him. How did you get up here, Yoshi? See ya, Josh. Josh, don't you dare. Nice try, man. Ah, shit. Well, at least I got Yoshi in that, too. I will say, playing this on a Wii U gamepad is very awkward, but I'm getting used to it. It's just so massive. Added with the extra buttons at the L and R, it's just you kind of have to remember at all times to hit the upper buttons, not the lower, because that'll bring up the little reset menu. And also, it's not actually that big a deal playing this game with the control analog stick compared to a D-pad. I could use the D-pad, I can use it right now, but honestly I'm kind of getting used to playing with the analog stick. Ah, shit. That's another thing about me owning these games already and playing them on Wii U instead of my DS versions, is that I'm mainly surprised and kind of happy. These are not that expensive on the Wii U eShop. These are only $10 each. To me, that's a steal for a DS game, especially being able to play it on a TV. I don't know why I never heard about this stuff years ago, because apparently this stuff was around like 2015 and 16. I was still using my Wii U at the time then. In all honesty, I think the last time I did use my Wii U before this was when Paper Mario Color Splash came out. I played the heck out of that game, and then I just, like, stopped, and Switch came out a few months later. And I had a little mini rant on Twitter about it, just doing comparisons, but the Wii U shop is way nicer than the Switch shop. I don't understand. It's jarring to me now, because I've never really used the Wii U shop, but going to it from the Switch is like, holy crap, it's like walking into a Disney store or something. I should have used this. And then you go to the Switch shop, and it's like a really early 2000s website. It's like too minimalist. It's very jarring. That's my same problem with Twitch, actually, right now. Is Twitch just redid their website today for the first time, I think, ever. And I had to use a bunch of extensions to get it to look decent, because I don't know what the hell they're thinking. Because now Twitch just looks like once again, it looks really minimalist and simple, and I hate that. And I'm someone who's a fan of minimalist art. But it just makes it look like a early 2000s website, and it's just ugly. It looks really bland. Not that I don't like that design in retrospect, but today I wouldn't want to be on it. Because it doesn't have that crusty AOL charm that a lot of early 2000s websites have. It has this more modern, sleek, yet very simple design, and it just comes off as bland. I don't know. I have to use Better Twitch TV to fix the new text font that they use for the website, which is really annoying. It's like some Times New Roman shit. and I have to put it back to Helvetica New, which is what Twitch originally used. One thing that I'm not too problematic with is the contrast on the website. That's the other thing. They upped the contrast on the website, so everything's really striking, is the way I'll put it. Ah! Oh, great, I hit myself. That I don't mind as much. For me, it's more just the Spartan layout that's just really not good. What else is there? I'm trying to think. I mean, I had to build some new bookshelves for my games and such when I moved my PC into the office. Ah, shit. This is the kind of track you play some Kansai Drifter music. You know, I wouldn't be too bad playing some Radio-Rama here. Just some mid-80s Euro beat. Got him. Ah, got me! Josh, get back here. Oh, shit. He's going over that cliff! Ah! Alright, I'll take this seriously now. I did finally get a display stand for my custom Witcher 3 DualShock 4, which looks very nice in here now. Nothing? Really? Thanks, Boo, for nothing. Oh, that'll do. Ah, gotcha. I think I'll do 3 streams of Mario Kart DS. I'll do one stream of... This stream will be 50cc. Next stream will be 100cc. And last stream will be 150cc. That should work. Maybe I'll throw in some of the battle mode challenges as well. At the moment, I'm mainly just happy that the internet's holding up, and I hope I'm not jinxing it. The internet's holding up in this room. I seriously hope that it does not hit me like that blue shell just did after a while. If it keeps like this, we are peachy keen. Alright, first place again. 1 star is good.
Here we go.
DK Pass. I will say I had a lot of fun putting together the Red Dead Redemption 2 compilation highlight video. There's some good stuff in there that I honestly laughed at myself, which I haven't really ever done. Specifically, I really love the train bit and in the last VOD. That was some fun stuff. Santa didn't like you. Yeah, now that, well, yeah, this snow setting is reminding me Christmas is actually coming up pretty soon. Ah, shit, Wario. I mean, it's already fall, technically. Ah, man, and that means it's almost gonna be 2020. That'll date this video, surely. God, this seems like such a... And this'll really date the video, but... Man, that seems like such a futuristic year, 2020. Full of future stuff that we won't even fully realize till it happens. Wow. Such magic. Kinda getting tired of the song. Tick-tock clock. Missed that one. It's funny. I'm still waiting for the day when I will be able to say that I finally watched The Hobbit Part 3, the third movie. Because yes, I have seen it, but it's been an ongoing thing since I think the third Red Dead stream, where I said I would watch them all, and that was like late June, and I still haven't watched the last one. I watched the first two like 2.5 months ago, and then I just didn't watch the last one, which is funny because that's what I did years ago as well. But I need to watch the last one extended. Instead, I've sidetracked onto other movies. Now that I'm in my office is full of stuff, so it's kind of easy for me to do stuff. Like, now I have more reasonable options to stream things. Like, I could hook up my Xbox and my original Xbox and do something. I could hook up my 360 and my Xbox One, which will probably not happen. Heck, I got the Wii U out for this thing. But, like, I got a 30-inch CRT, and this thing weighs a couple 100 pounds because of how big it is. But I rehooked it up when I got in here, and immediately I just put in Treasure Planet, and after that I watched Atlantis, Lost Empire. So I just started binging Disney movies. And I also started picking up again Bobobo to read, which I've already read through it many times, but I just kind of felt like I was in the mood to reread it again. Which I'm still through the first one. That's the tragedy about Bobobo in the US. Is that the show was frankly quite popular from what I'm aware of on Toonami back in the mid to late 2000s. But the manga never got a real translation for the US, or an official translation. They put out one issue when the show came out that was in like episode. Well, no, it wouldn't have been episode. I'm mixing the show and the chapters up now. So the book they put out to go alongside the show back in 2006 or 7 something. I think it was 2005 actually. Was around it's actually a Viz frickin' was weird in the mid 2000s because they did shit like this all the time with obscure things. But they mixed together something like volumes 7 and 8 of the manga series in Japan and merged it into one book and put it under their adult category. And from everything I can find online and what I can tell myself from reading it many times, the only reason they did the adult category for Bobobo of all things was for the fact that two of the Hell brothers in the book kiss each other. That's about it. I'm not aware of anything else in the book that would be quote-unquote at the time inappropriate for Viz to put it under that category. There is literally, it's just slapstick. It's just hit the button again. It's just a bunch of ridiculousness. So I don't see any other contextual things that seem like weird in 2005 standards. And even today, yeah, it's kind of weird because they don't explain if they're actually brothers or if they're just quote-unquote bros. The brosif's my bro. But still, it's just like, that's a bit of a weird thing considering how much depth you put into current visual novels and such, man. And then, for some reason, they thought, oh, we can continue kind of after that. So, in 2010, Viz decided to reboot Bobobo and give it an actual first issue. Because the adult one, quote-unquote, this is how stupid Viz was. The first one did not have a volume to it at all. They literally just planned it as a one-off for some reason. And then they tried in 2010 to reboot it with an actual volume 1, and it lasted 5 volumes. But even then, they jumped ahead quite a bit in the 2010 continuation, so there's missing chapters between the first book and technically the second book when they started up the series. And then after the 5th issue, like it does get concurrent after that, which is great. but then they just stop after issue 5, and it's really, really annoying how they just from 2005 to 2010, they just kept picking up Bobobo and dropping it when it wasn't a big seller, which is annoying as heck to somebody who actually really likes the stuff. And I know immediately, yeah, just go on the translation websites and see scans that have been translated by fans into English. That's great. I don't really care for that. I do prefer to wait for official translations, which I don't think will ever happen at this point for Bobobo. Same with Nero. I don't think Nero's ever gonna get a official English translation, because that's from like 2003, 2004. Nah, maybe 2007. It's one of those mid-2000s shows as well that just never came to the US, and I love Nero a lot. And I watched a fan subtitling of the anime, and it's fantastic shit, and they just didn't want to do anything with it in the US for some reason. Which is funny, because it could easily fit a Western audience from what I've seen. It's not overly Japanese as they would put it with something like Bobobo. It's literally just a detective manga / anime. And yet we have stuff like Psycho-Pass and Case Closed and such doing just fine over here, and they decided not to do that one for some reason. I don't get it. Whatever. I don't work for them, so I don't know behind the scenes what the problem is. It's just annoying how people won't get to see the glory that is these pieces of media, unless you look really hard for it. I also did some statistical research recently. Last week at this point now, yeah. I did some statistical research into the production and sales the production and release numbers of Wii U games versus the Switch, just because I was curious. I was looking at my Switch stuff, and I'm looking at it right now. And there's a ton of stuff, but like 1/5 of it is actually Nintendo stuff. So I just wanted to do comparisons about how many big Nintendo games come out about every year since 2012 up to now, and how many games in general come out for the systems. For both systems, I did a full count of them. And I was a little surprised. Not so much for the Wii U part, because I kind of lived through that more and saw firsthand how nothing was coming out. But I was mainly surprised about the Nintendo production. Nintendo's production of games themselves has not changed since the Wii U at all. That was very surprising to me. From everything that I've seen, they, well, more or less counted, not seen, but they put out a solid 7 big games a year no matter what. That's about the average. The lowest they ever did was 2016, when the Wii U was absolutely dead in the water with 5 big games. And keep note, this does not include any ports or re-releases. This is original, brand new content. But for the actual production of game output for the systems, I don't know what the hell happened, but the Wii U had 29 games in the first month of release in November of 2012. That number wouldn't be met again until 2018 in October with the Switch. The Wii U had an explosional launch that is nuts to me, statistically. Because after that, it was small in December, of course, because that's the holidays after everybody's already bought everything. But that following year, in October and November, was moderately big. Around like 11, 12 releases, something like that. And then after that, after the holidays of 2013, dead. No support whatsoever. All the titles that I kept seeing on the releases were either just weird things, movie tie-ins, an occasional port of something like once a year maybe from other consoles. It was bad. It was really bad. And then 2017 with the Switch was the same thing, though, is that there was not a whole lot of games being released for the system, but I think that was to its benefit because a lot of them were Nintendo titles every month, which is why I love the Switch in the first year. I honestly don't care for the Switch as much now as I did when it first came out, just because there's not a whole lot of titles that are interesting me anymore. The first year of the Switch was fantastic. You had so many Nintendo games every month. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart Deluxe, ARMS, which, yes, I do like ARMS actually quite a bit. It's a great game. Splatoon 2, which I honestly did not actually care for at all. But it was still a good game when I played it, I just didn't get hooked. And then capping it off with Xenoblade 2 and Mario Odyssey. That was just fantastic. And then in April of 2018, I noticed a explosion, for some reason, of third-party developers and second-party developers just putting out content. I'll save that for last. I'll save the last two cups as the last two cups for this. Let's go into this. I'm specifically, when I looked that stuff up, my main viewpoint of a trigger for getting so many developers on board for porting things to the system was Nintendo re-releasing Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. That game, for some reason, is in the center point of the statistics of right before and after it is when everything went nuts for the Switch in terms of content. I don't know why, I don't know how, maybe just because they could see that people could get away with doing that on the Switch and make a ton of money at full-priced re-release games. I don't know if it's that, or that's just when developers finally caught up with the Switch after a year of it being out, which doesn't... it makes a whole lot of sense if the Switch flopped immediately, but... And then this year has been pretty tame, actually. It's not as low as 2017, but it's not as insane as 2018. 2018 had 33 releases for the Switch just in October. November was like 26 or something like that. September was also crazy last year as well. So I'm not sure what's happened at this point, but it's not decreasing by any means. It's kind of solidified at like 13 to 15 releases a month. Something around there. It's kind of in the medium tens. Alright, I've been zoning out trying to think of statistics and the research I've done. I'm gonna focus on the game now. DK! Oh, I missed him. Ah, shit. Was that mine? Eat that. I should not have dropped that. Give me a banana. Give me a banana. Thank you. Here we go. Why? 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 It's not hitting the bananas. That's some bullshit. Okay, if DK's shell hits me again, that's just gonna be annoying. Bring it on, DK. Did he get hit by something else? I think it did. Where is he? Maybe not. He's really far back there. Which is bad. Nah, it had to have hit something by now. This is one of my favorite tracks in the game. Oh, I got DK immediately with that. Got him. Ah, shit. Alright, DK's got another red shell, but... Ah, shit. Oh. Oh, no, he got rid of... Oh, I forgot that got rid of his red shell anyway. I was gonna say, now I'm open bait. And Toad just threw a blue shell. Bup, why you do? Bup. God damn it, Bup. Did Peach just throw one? No, she didn't throw one. Luigi Circuit. This has to be like one of the most redone courses in this series. This course is in almost every version of the game, I think. It's a good course. It's a good figure eight. Wario. Ah, boo! I got spooked. Eat this. Dong, don't try any funny business. It's funny, I know most people probably don't like the jaggies that are, which is funny because that's the difference, is that for me, graphics are appropriate for the console they're on. I'm totally fine with these jaggies being here. I don't appreciate the jaggies being in Link's Awakening. Graphically, there's nothing wrong with it. It's my knowledge of how the hardware operates. It's not supposed to look like that. And the fact that it does is either just incompetence or cheapness. Because things like that are most certainly from Nintendo not a design choice. Yeah, I think this game held up pretty well in terms of graphics, in my opinion, for the DS standard. This looks great for a DS game. Eh, 2 stars.
Here we go.
And I always play as Mario in this game. It's just what I've... In most Mario Kart games, I think I've always played as Mario. Ah, shit. Look at this MS Paint-ass background. I never noticed that before. This looks really basic. I mean, it makes sense. It's a 3D version of a Super Nintendo course. It's just funny to see it. It looks like it was done in MS Paint or something. I love it. Oh, I keep missing all the item boxes. Luigi. Luigi. Ah. Listen, Luigi. You had to take one for the team. Oh, shit. Idiot. Ah, shit. Just hit me here so I can get an item box. Alright, Luigi, this is it! Oh, bastard. Missed. Oh, you little shit! No, you take one for the team. No! I'm gonna murder you, Luigi. Come here. But I'm your brother. Alright. Get the hell out of the way, Luigi. Holy shit. Frappe Snowland. The music here is great. Looks like Luigi's gonna be the stick up my ass in this course as well. Probably for the tournament. Well, the Grand Prix. Luigi, if you do anything stupid... Come on. Get out of the way, man. Oh, shit. Ah, never mind. It's good. He has a red shell. Seem to have outraced everybody else. Yeah, I'm a bit ahead of the pack. Oop, hit the wall. Used to abuse the drifting. Ah, shit! Ah. Use the drifting. Yeah, you can do that pretty easy in this one. Double dash, you can do that pretty well as well. Not so much with the newer ones, though. Well, you can, but you move a lot faster in them, and it takes a bit more precise timing in those ones. Yep, almost went into the snow there. Yeah, this one's... Jeez, I'm way ahead of him. Never mind. Luigi ain't gonna be a problem this time. Unless he throws a blue shell at me. Nope, it's good. Ah, Bowser! Come on! I want to get that slipstream. Not gonna happen, but it looks like Bowser wiped out. Ah, shit. Who threw that? Who's throwing them? Yoshi, I bet it was you. Oh, I missed it. Yoshi, screw you. Oh, shit. Oh, I thought I was going in the lava there. Oh, that's not going to hit me for once. Out of the way, man. Ah, shit. I'm coming for you, Luigi. Oh, I just made that. All right. Well, that. All right, Luigi, it's you and me. Oh boy. Well, there's the end. Oh, that started pretty bad. Oh, nope. All right, let's see how bad this one turns out. Baby Park always gets held on too long. Baby Park always gets too hectic. Oh, shit. Oh, this is good. Bop. Jinxed it. Who's in the lead? Luigi again! Jeez, he's way up there, too. Come on, man. Get back here. Gotcha. Ah, crap. Alright, that's that cup down. I like how difficult Bowser's Castle was when I'm still just doing 50cc. I won't be even hitting 100cc till next time. Rank A's alright. At least as I get the next cup.
Here we go.
Nope, not that one again. Go straight to 150. Nope, I'm going in order, man. This stream is just gonna be 50, next will be 100, after that'll be 150. Come on, Yoshi, go in the pools of water. $50 subway. I know it is, but it's easy. It's not that bad. There's so much space to just have a really long drift here on this map. There's no reason. The reason is that I want to do it like that. Ah, shit. Got him. Not yet. Oh. That could have been bad. Ah, shit. Yoshi, you suck. Yeah, it's still too early to do it there. And missed that again. Thanks, Yoshi. Keep sending them my way, man. I always remember people saying they hate this course. I don't understand why. The music's a little annoying, but I'd always see this on, like, worst Mario Kart tracks lists and such, which is not correct, really. This is pretty boring as a track, yeah, but it's not bad. Well, that was... well... I was about to say that was close, but it was close. Oh, this is a bop. Oh, I forgot. Death Stranding went gold today. That's a very good thing to see from Kojima. Finally, the game's finished. Still hesitant to maybe play it when it comes out. I just don't... Same with Link's Awakening. I just don't know how the game's gonna turn out. I have high hopes, but at the same time, I don't know if... The genre of whatever he's trying to create doesn't bother me. It's... I don't know how fun the game is gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be overly cinematic, or... if not... If it's gonna be overly cinematic, maybe he should have just made a movie? But that's just me. Whatever he's doing seems interesting. I think I kind of understand what he's going for, but that's just going off the limited gameplay he's shown at the trade shows this year. I think it's going to be a combination of Metal Gear with a walking simulator, as he's already said he's gotten a lot of comparisons to that. Which he doesn't seem to like the comparison, but that's kind of what it seems like it's going to be. Yoshi. There's always one dominant asshole in the Grand Prix, and this one it seems to be Yoshi. Josh is getting a bit frisky with the weapons and items, it seems. Got it. Yeah, Yoshi went right into that one. That's good. I'm so used to the GameCube version, having the boxes that just kind of go around the place. I don't think they do in this one. not as chaotic with weapons. Oh, there goes that banana. No, it looks like they do have one of them. At least one of them. There used to be many. No, there's a few. Ah! I was not watching the road, I was looking around. Yes. What else has happened? Oh! There's been some bullshit going on with Focus Home Entertainment. Well, Focus Home Interactive, not Entertainment. So, a lot of news outlets today have been talking about it. Well, game media sites, I guess. But it is honestly very disheartening. Oh, that sucked. Oh, that almost really sucked. But they're basically stealing a bunch of games from one of their former co-developers, Frogwares. It's very complicated, but basically Frogwares developed a bunch of Sherlock Holmes games and a few other things for them. And Focus is basically, what's the right word? They're kind of shaking them down, their old partner, and taking all the stuff that they had under a brand new policy that basically anything you made with us is now ours. Even though Frogwares owns all the IPs to everything, so they're kind of just stealing from them. I'm not a legal person by any means in like law or company policy or anything like that, knowing how that would work with them, but I'm surprised they haven't sued them, honestly, because they do legally own the rights to these things and they can't do anything with them now because their former partners said you can't. It just seems like some heavy-duty lawsuit level stuff to me. Regardless, I hope they get shit sorted out. If not, I hope they can recover from it at least. Because as glitchy as the Sinking City is, it looks like a pretty decent game. And I've only heard decent things about the Sherlock Holmes. And that's the thing, is that the games that they make are not like top quality stuff. They make the mid-tier level video games that used to be everywhere, but aren't really around anymore. That's what Focus mainly did. Well, mainly does in general. Is they make the as I'll say, double-A games, not triple-A. It's not an indie game by any means. It's more the mid-tier games. They used to be around a lot more during the PS2 era. But yeah, Focus did have a reputation of making quality content. And what they're doing right now is kind of slandering that. Because they used to be up there with other companies like... I'd put them close to Annapurna Interactive, one of those AA developers that publishes a lot of indie stuff and makes it very high quality. It's just a shame to see someone who used to be a company that used to be pretty well respected in their field, and now they're doing bullshit to another company. It's just like, holy shit, dude. I will say I'm happy my new office is doing well for the stream. I was having real fear. That's kind of why I put off streaming for a few days after I set everything up. Was I just had this annoying fear. It's like, oh man, this is gonna ruin everything. And so far it hasn't. If anything, it's actually improved because it's a lot more comfortable than what I was doing before. Oh, here's another thing, I guess. I'm just trying to think of topics. So apparently Peter Gabriel put out a compilation album about a week ago called Flotsam and Jetsam. I've been binging that for like 2 days now, and my god, am I happy it came out. Now, I'm a big Peter Gabriel fan. I've been listening to him since I was a kid. But this album is important for two reasons. One, it shows that he still cares about his music, which he hasn't released anything since like 2012. So it's been a while. He's been doing a lot of touring stuff, I know. But he hasn't put out a whole lot of new music either in about almost 20 years at this point. I mean, his last like official album was The Drop, and that was 2001. It was either 2001, 2003, I forget. But this compilation album is important because, one, it's massive. It's got tons of remixes and tracks and a lot of unofficially released stuff. The big song I'd put on this that's important that he released was Animal Nation, which has never officially been put on a Peter Gabriel album until now. And that was one of his big songs from the 90s. That's up there with, yeah, well, that to Peter Gabriel fans, like real, what I would call real Peter Gabriel fans is people who listen to everything he does. But there's a lot of Peter Gabriel fans that are only interested in like his first album, which I don't understand. It's I still got caught in that. There's a lot of people who are only interested in So because of the type of music it is, which is funny because it's still technically world beat. It's a bit more poppy, yeah, but it's still categorized under world beat. And Peach just threw a blue shell. God damn it. Then you have a few people who are into some of his later stuff like I am. I'm into his full discography. I will say, though, that The Drop is extremely depressing. Apparently he was going through some hard times at the end of the 90s, and he put it all in one album. So, yeah, The Drop is a rather depressing album. I see the same separation in, like, preference of the song formatting in Peter Gabriel as people have with Gorillaz, which to me is still also ridiculous. They need to make music like they originally did. Shut up. If you want more stuff like the first album, listen to some Blur. And even then, Blur is different. It's just got a little bit more of that Damon that you want. Heck, the Now Now is my favorite Gorillaz album. Humans is easily where everybody kind of split apart in preference. Humans is alright. Not the best work. And it's not even about how the album's overly political. The work itself is kind of all over the place. And some of the songs aren't great. There are some really great gems in there, like Andromeda and Strobe Light, though. But back on Peter Gabriel. It's important this album came out to at least have a way to access things like Animal Nation, because before that, The only way you could get Animal Nation if you didn't want to just rip it from some crusty MP3 online was from the Wild Thornberrys movie original soundtrack. That's the only way. And I have that soundtrack because it was on there. Still the only way you can get the final version of Shakin' the Tree, though. That was not on Flotsam and Jetsam. There's the previous version of that. Peter redid Shaking the Tree like 4 times as a song. There's the original, there's him with Yosu and Dor, and then there's a version that does not have Yosu and Dor that has Shaggy instead, not Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, Shaggy the artist. There's one with Shaggy, and I think that was on the Jungle to Jungle original soundtrack as well. I think that was the credit song or something. And then there's the final version, the O2 remix. That is the Wild Thornberrys version, which is a mix of the Yosu and Dor version and the Shaggy version, which is generally considered to be the final version of the song and the best version, at least from what I've seen. And that's still only available on that soundtrack. And then there's Down to Earth, which is still on the WALL-E soundtrack. I think I said it, yeah, I did say it on Twitter, but no, I said it on Discord, not Twitter. Peter Gabriel's discography is so split up, and there's so much random great stuff that has not been officially released and or is split onto various licensed albums, that listening to his music does take a bit of effort just tracking everything down if you want to hear everything. And it gets very annoying. So that's why I've said that this new compilation album is important, because it puts a lot of that stuff onto a single album. Not everything. Down to Earth is not there. That Shakin' the Tree version's not there, but there's a lot of stuff that hasn't been put on there officially before that now is accessible. So I'm very, very happy about that. I've been binging that for 2 days now since I found out about it. Yeah, missed that. Rainbow Road. This is one of the nicer ones, too. I really dig this Rainbow Road. Alright, time to focus. If anything, as a closing note with Peter, I'm at least still happy that he's alive and kicking. At least he's in better health than Phil Collins is. Because Phil, I hope, lasts a while longer, but he ain't looking too good. Peter, at least, is in decent shape from what I've seen, and still doing it. All he does nowadays is tour. That's a crazy thing. And that's gotta wipe him out. If anything, yeah, I would like new music, but at the same time, the dude's busy as shit. And they're getting up there, that's why I'm a little scared for them, I guess. Like Phil's gotta be... Phil's like 59 or something, I think, now. I think Peter's in like his mid to late 60s. They're still trucking so far. It was always a schoolyard rumor that if you touched one of those stars that's just floating in the air on this course, it would make you immediately become invincible. I've never tested that to see if it would work, and even if it somehow did work, I don't see how you could get back onto the course to use it. There's no plausible reason why that would even be a thing, and I've seen nothing online to show that that even was a thing. Just one of those things I'm remembering now that I'm at this course. Ah, shit. I wonder how... Ah! He's sucked into the void! Josh, get out of here. No. No! Oh, you little bastard. You tried getting me with that. Get off this course. Ah, shit. Nope. Josh, no! Get out of here, man. You are not competing. Oh, please, no, 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 don't get me off the course. True fear. Everything's going mad. Oh, Yoshi fell. Yay. Oh, no. That was a shit show at the end. That was a serious shit show at the end. I got a star rank. That's good. Oh, and unlocked dry bones. Good. Alright, time for the last cup. Oh, there he is. Yay. Not bones. Let's go back to Mario. I think I'll do a different character next time, though. Choco Island 2. I don't even know how long I've been streaming. How long? Almost 2 hours, Jesus. It's going to be interesting to compare how long this stream took compared to the next one for the cups, because the speed does increase as well for them. So I'm just wondering how fast does it take me to beat 50 compared to 100 or 150. Oh, how'd it... Oh, it got me from underneath. The shells are so... The shells are so fickle in this game. They just don't give a shit. Unless they directly hit the banana or the shell you're carrying behind you, they will hit you. Whereas in something like Mario Kart 8, it virtually always goes directly behind you, so if you have one of these or something, you can have a chance. This one, there are no chances here. This is Mario Kart. You think there are chances in a gladiatorial death to the battle on wheels? This is my least favorite course in the game. It's a little... It can be a little annoying here, just because of how easy it is to fall off the boardwalk. Wario, I was hoping you'd hit that. Ah, shit. Toad! I'm gonna come after you, butt! You better pray to your mushroom god. It's funny, yeah, this is slower and more basic than even something like Sonic Team Sonic Racing. I'm still having more fun than that game in this. I'm enjoying this a lot more. Team Sonic Racing was fine, but it was not the best racing game I would have hoped for. I honestly would prefer playing either of the other Sonic Sega All-Stars games. The first and second were a lot better than Transformed was, that's for sure. There you go, Wario. And that sucks. Wario, you're coming with me. Oh, you little shit. That's a shit item. I used to get hit by the banana. Oh, I did it again! Cocky little bastard. And here we go. Yeah! Oh, this'll do. Come on, get closer. Get closer. Come on, Wario. Into my force field. Sky Garden. Beautiful vistas through the beautiful sky. I don't know. Luigi, why do you get a blimp and I don't? Come to think of it, why does Luigi have so many blimps and balloons in these games? There's a ton of them throughout the whole series, and it's always Luigi. Why is that? He didn't even get an item box. The fool! You left yourself wide open. Yes. Ah, he's got a red shell. For some reason, I thought it was actually going to hit me for once, because of how janky the hit detection is in this one. Yeah, now I'm just seriously wondering, why does Luigi have so many balloons in these games? Throughout the whole franchise, he has a balloon in most of the courses. Well, not most of them, but whenever there is a blimp or a balloon, there's always Luigi on it. Ah, shit. There should just be like a reel of me saying ah shit and then having a red shell hit me. I wonder how many times that's happened. Probably a ton of them. Yoshi, don't throw it! Oh, he threw it. Yeah. Alright, last course, Yoshi Circuit. This is another one of my favorites, and it's on a lot of versions of the game. I still prefer the Mario Kart 8 version. Out of the way, Bup. Ah. I was hoping for a boost there for some reason. Let's get Wario. Out of the way, man. Yeah, here comes the first blue shell. Ah. Always sucks. I was gonna say, I think Toad threw something, but I didn't know what it was. Alright, last lap. Oh, crap. Back up, back up. Lovely. Give me more. Give me more blue shells. Come on. Throw it, Bowser. I dare you. Throw it. Good. I think that's 50cc, yeah. Yep, that is. Eh, 2 stars good. Oh, I unlocked Daisy. Alright. I think out of any of the... I'll watch the credits once. I won't do it for the 100 or 150. This song is Choice. Oh, that's funny. It's only on... Is it only on the bottom screen? Oh no, the top screen's gonna show the... Yeah, this. God, I haven't beat this game in years. Out of any of the Mario Kart endings, this one always seemed kind of sad to me for some reason. I think it's just the tonation of the music. It's like, oh, the game's over. Where in like Mario Kart 7 or 8, it's very jazzy and upbeat and insane. Well, that was fun. I enjoyed revisiting this old gem I haven't played in years. Definitely a must-have for the system, for the DS. all of EAD, special thanks. Executive producer Satoru Iwata. Thank you so much for playing my game. Oh, yeah, that was that. I like how this is the Wii U version and they didn't bother to get rid of the Nintendo Wi-Fi connection settings. This thing's been dead for like 10 years now. Even on the DS. Friend code. Yeah, this is not a cartridge. Nah. It's not gonna work anyway. Multiplayer. I like how, really, they literally just dumped the ROM into the Wii U. They didn't bother to get rid of any of this stuff. It's not gonna work. Do one mission. Drive through 5 gates. No, it's up there. I almost missed it. I like how I said I was going to do one, and now I'm just kind of do this first whole boss. Get this guy first then. This is one of the battle stages. I like how it's just a giant rendered 3D, well, not even 3D, it's just DS. Drive backward. Oh, this one I remember as a kid being stupid. It's not hard by any means, it's just dumb. Eh, 20 coins this time. Just don't want to miss any. Wii U menu. Missed one. Go back. If you miss one, you're screwed. I think drifting's a bad idea here. Yeah. Rank A is fine, I guess. I didn't read what it was. Oh, it's drifts. Okay. Come on, come on. Ominous music. Use mushrooms to crash into the big bully and knock him off the stage. He's gonna eat me! He looks mighty pissed. Come on, man. No, 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 no. Got him. Alright, I think that's enough for today. It's fun. We'll continue to 100cc next time, which may or may not be the next stream. The next stream might just be Spyro like normal. But yeah, I'm having fun with this. So thanks for stopping by, thanks for watching, and have a good night. See you later.